everyone. Come on in. Hello, hello there, and welcome in. I'm so excited about producing this amazing, wonderful topic tonight. So come on in. Let's give everybody a few moments to join us, and we'll put in a little bit of music here while we wait on others to join us. All right. Come on in. Come on in. Welcome. We're going to get started. Come on in. Come on in. So excited about tonight, y'all. So very excited. Right. Okie dokie. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so very much for joining me tonight. Hello, greetings. My name is Renika Hamilton, and I am so excited that you all are joining me tonight. And I promise tonight's live is going to be very light, entertaining, and best of all, so very impactful. That's right. I have so much I want to share with you all tonight. So, my goal for the end of this live today, the end of this broadcast, when you're looking back through this on your replay, my goal is at the end of this, you're going to walk away with at least one easy way to stick to your goals. So, we want to make it easy for you to stick to your goals in 2023. Does that sound good to everybody? I was thinking the exact same thing. So great. Let us get started and let's get into this today. So, Happy New Year, everyone. And I know this is a theme every year we hear Happy New Year. I want to do the new year, new me, right? That is every single day. We are looking for ways to do things a little differently, to make sure that we're motivated and full of hope and joy and inspiration to do all the things that we want to do. And so, but what happens around the February or March time frame, or even, possibly the end of January, what normally happens then? People start falling off of their own goals. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to follow up goals that you're supposed to create, the goals that you want done for yourself. So why do we do that? And how do we make the goals to stick to them for, any years, anything that we want to do for that year? And I really have some great ideas that I want to share with you tonight, and some tools that are going to make it easy for you to stick to your goals. So we're going to be focusing on the top 3 New Year's resolutions that people make every year. And they are health and wellness, personal growth and development, and saving money. Those are the ones. Those are the top 3. So before we get into all of that tonight, what I want to do is share a little bit of background about who I am, in case I have some audience members here or on the replay that have no idea who I am. So I want you to know my name is Renika Hamilton, and I am the queen of getting a lot of things done. And apparently I know how to make it easy for people to do that. It looks so easy that a lot of people think, oh, I could just do that. And then you can. And I'm here to show you how. But right before the new year rang in, I actually had a chance to sit and reflect and talk to God about my journey, what I'm looking for, what I would love to be able to do with my life. and how I can use my passion and what should I do with my business, and do the things that I love, which is helping people. Like that is my thing. I love helping people. So I started reflecting on my own incredible journey for the last few years. So a few years ago, I was in a really, really bad place. And I had gotten divorced. I was not on the right track as far as like where I wanted my career to go. I was getting into a cheerleader or a teenager, not cheerleader, a teenager that was just not able to get herself together, and I was just really struggling with that. So while I was in that bad place, I actually ended up starting to gain like 30 pounds, on top of the 30 pounds that I had already gained and was trying to lose. So I was just not feeling good. And by the beginning of April of 2021, I was just about ready to give up on my New Year's resolution. I just said, forget about it. So in April of 2021, I had made the decision that instead of trying to do this on my own, instead of me trying to um, find out a way to lose weight on my own, I was just going to go ahead and do the gastric bypass surgery. And if you know anything about that surgery, there's a consultation you have to go to. And I was told that there would be like four holes in my stomach. And I'm a pretty vain person sometimes. I just didn't want the holes in my stomach because I had worked so hard to get rid of the stretch marks and things down there. And I was like, I don't want to have those holes, but this is like the last thing that I can do. I got to lose this weight. And so, right before I got the surgery, I found this wonderful, amazing program that I now coach for. And I ended up losing 70 pounds in 8 months on this program. I know, yay me. And I was so excited that I decided to become a coach, and I started sharing my journey publicly. And I was just getting blown away by how much I was touching people's lives. And there was this one point that I was invited to go to different conferences across the country. And one of them was in Atlanta, where I was just going for a conference to hear more about this weight loss plan and being a coach that I'm involved in. And we were on a break, and I just happened to walk to a restaurant. I was just walking down the street to a restaurant, and these two people that I have no idea who they are, where they come from, or anything like that, they were like, "Is that Renika Hamilton?" And I was like, "Yes, it's me." And they were like, "I would love to take a picture with you." And I was like, "Oh my gosh." So that's when I started really understanding how much my story impacts so many people. And that happens with all the conferences that I go to. Somebody's always asking to take pictures with me. And I think that's so amazing. And then even in my hometown, when I go out with my friends, I have been to events before, and the MC on the stage is like, "Oh, there's Renika in the crowd. We want to say hey to her. That's the girl that helps you lose weight." And I'm like, man, I am making such an impact, and that feels so incredible to me. And so that was what really started putting things into perspective. And I was like, I need to be a coach full time. I need to do this health coaching. Like that's what my business needs to be. So I went hard into figuring out what I want to do with my business. How do I get into health coaching a little bit more, and sharing this and making this my passion? But then something really crazy started happening. So people would fill out my form. We would talk about weight loss. And then all of a sudden, they would bring up something. They'd say, maybe, well, maybe this weight loss solution might not be for me, but what about, can you tell me what you did when you got your divorce? Like, what were the actual steps that you took to get your divorce? And I was like, okay. Or I'll be on the phone with somebody, and they'll say, "Oh, I see that you're in real estate. So what did you do to get your real estate license? How did you go about doing that? What classes did you take?" And I'm like, okay, of course, happy to share. And then there would even be a couple of times when people would call me and say, I have a daughter. she's a teenager and she's dating now. Like, what's your advice on helping her with this whole dating journey? Right? So I'm listening to people ask me for these things that have nothing to do with weight loss. And I'm like, okay, I'm happy to share. I was really hoping I could help you with some weight loss stuff, but whatever, like whatever I can do to help you in your life, I'm totally happy to do that. And then like I would seriously, this frequently happened so many times. There would be times that I would post something specifically just about weight loss, and people would literally get in my comments or my DMs, and they would be like, "Who did your hair? Who does your hair?" Or, "Renika, where do you get your eyelashes done? Those look good. Do you use anything on them? Like, what's going on?" So that's when I was reflecting back on my prayer, and I had just started asking God. I was like, you know what, God, what is it that I need to do, Lord? Please guide me. What do I need to do with my life? What is it? Give me a sign or something. And as soon as I finished that prayer, I heard from somebody who said, Renika, you have inspired me. I'm going to try to stick to your plan. I am going to infuse it with another plan, and I'm definitely losing weight, probably not as fast because I should be listening to your plan. Plug, plug. But she said, but on top of that, when we talked the last time about trying to get my credit right so that I can be ready to buy a house, guess what? I did it and I'm ready. You're going to be my realtor. And I'm like, wow, that is so awesome. And then she says, and on top of that, by the way, you remember a couple weeks ago we were talking about my husband and like how I communicate with him and some ways you were telling me some ways to try to talk to him a little differently to see if he can hear me. Girl, it works. And he is like, we are doing so much better. Like we're just on a better communication path. And I was like, that's when it finally hit me. I have always said on my page that I would love to be a motivational speaker and an influencer. And I've seen people do this type of live streaming before and sharing their information and sharing tips and things on things that they do well. And I was like, I could so do that. I could really see myself doing that. So here I am. I'm doing that. Yay. And I am so very excited about doing that today and working through this process and, you know, sharing my ways of how I make things easy. And hoping that it will inspire you as well to do whatever it is that you need to do to make things easy in your life and just make things even better. So that is my goal. I'm going to use this topic on or this time on Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock. Probably not every Wednesday, but most Wednesdays. I'll be here live streaming, talking about topics that I feel might be important to you. You can ask me, we can engage, we can say things, we can, you know, be in there together and work on those things. And that would be pretty much what I want to do. So I'm so excited to be doing that today. And if you've never been in this type of broadcast before or know what this type of live streaming process and how it works, I want to give you a few tips on how it works, and then we'll get right into our topics for today. So basically, I do all of the talking. I will invite you if you have comments that you want to share. You can engage with me by putting your comments in our comment chat box, and I'll be able to watch that as we go through the performance today. And if you really want the opportunity to just come on here and talk live with me, I will be giving that invite to you to join me live. And you can just get on camera with me and we can talk, we can chat. It's a great way to engage with me. And you're going to hear things that I talk about today that really resonate with you or that you already have experience in doing. So, for instance, when I talk about the health and wellness, if you have more information than the tools that I use that you want to share, I invite you. I ask you, please share them in the chat box and engage with me, engage with other people who are listening for these awesome, amazing tips. You might have something that I didn't think of. So this is a community sharing process. So please come on in, share whatever you have. And then if I say something that is super fantastic, something that you just feel like, oh my gosh, that was the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life, you can help support me by sharing this information live. Share it with your friends. Invite people to the live. Say, whoever this girl is, Renika, she is amazing. I want to invite you to come and listen to her. She's spinning some knowledge. You can do that. And you can like and comment. And another big way that you can help me in spreading the word and getting this inspiration out to people who might need this information that I'm sharing is to make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. The more people and the more engagement that I get on my YouTube, on my Facebook, the more impactful that I can make to the world and doing something that is so passionate to me. And that's just simply sitting here sharing what I do to make things easy for you and for me to get whatever we want done. So I thank you in advance for your support and for helping me grow. Now let's get into our topics for tonight. So the first thing that we're going to talk about, the first New Year's resolution, the most common New Year's resolution that we have is around health and wellness. So if you feel like you're led to, I want you to go to your chats and make sure that you put in there if you have a particular goal that you want to meet around your weight loss goals. I'd love to hear what those are and see what those are. So make sure you put those in there. But I want to give you a fun fact. The fun fact is that not a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people, including myself, when I ask that question, or when somebody asks you that question, how much weight do you want to lose? A lot of people will say something way lower than what they actually want to lose, way lower. I did this myself. I actually told my coach that I wanted to lose 25 pounds, knowing goodness well I needed to lose 65 pounds. Do you know why I did that? Do you know why you do that? And why people do that in general? Is because you are setting yourself up. You already have doubt that you're going to make it. Right? So if you are already self-doubting yourself, you're not going to reach your goal. That you've already set yourself up for failure. Because when you're not being true to yourself on your actual goal, you're saying to everybody, the universe, yourself, everybody, I don't believe in myself. So yeah, I'm going to say this low goal and I might not even make that. That's not good. You want to be true to yourself. And when I actually understood that mindset, it was a game changer for me, y'all. A game changer. It changed my life because my mindset was very much based on goal setting and being honest with myself and saying, I am going to reach this goal and I'm going to be honest with it. And if I don't meet it right away, I'm still going to put it as a goal. This is where I want to be. That helps you to really set that goal, be intentional about where you want to be at, and put some realistic time frames on that particular goal. So that's how you goal set. Another thing that people would do when I ask them what they want to do to lose weight, they'll say to me, well, I just want to get healthy and feel better. I don't really have a number. I think that is so inspiring. I love that. That's awesome. But really, what does that really mean? For real? Seriously, get serious with yourself. Get serious. If you really want to lose weight, you have to know where you are and where you're going. It's like getting in a car and saying, I'm going to go to California and I'm going to go to this destination there. And then you're not putting in any type of GPS instructions to get there. You're just going to wing it and see what happens when you get there. You're going to make it so much harder to get to your goal and reach your destination if you don't even know where you're going. So my tip to you for thinking about health and wellness is to be true to yourself, set a realistic goal that you can accomplish, and be true to your goal. Don't shortchange yourself. Don't set yourself up all the way just because you're scared. Um, and then one final helpful tip for getting your mindset ready around this particular goal, which works with all of the goals, is knowing why you want to lose the weight. If you know why, like when I first heard this, I thought that was the craziest thing. I have never, like, I was thinking, why, like, I want to lose weight. That's why I want to lose weight. I was a member of this gym here in my local area, and it's a fabulous gym. The coach was amazing. He's so inspiring. Like, he is amazing, and people come out of their gym, their bodies are snatched, honey. I'm talking about real snatched, and they look amazing. But it wasn't happening for me, and I was like, why is this not happening? And he used to say it all the time. You gotta connect to your why. You gotta connect emotionally to your why. And I just didn't understand what he was talking about. And I was just thinking, like, why do I want to lose weight? I can't think of any other reason other than to lose weight, because I want to lose weight. Well, I was actually answering what I want to do, not the why I want to do it. And it took me like thinking about, like, why do you want to lose the weight? Do you want to lose it to gain confidence? Do you want to be able to move around and go up the stairs a little bit easier and better? Do you want to play with your kids? Is there a health something, like, what is your real reason why? What's the emotional reason why you want to lose that weight? When you get really emotional with yourself, you are like really embracing, okay, this is really important to me, and I gotta do what I gotta do to stick to this goal. Sometimes people do it to even just a temporary goal, like, why? Because they want to, look good for their wedding and stuff like that. Whatever your why is, just know what it is and get emotionally attached to it. And let me share with you how I got emotionally connected to my why. So at my regular 9 to 5 job, every year we do this open enrollment, and this gives us a chance to go in and kind of sign up for the different benefits, health benefits that we want for the next coverage year. And I had signed up to get additional insurance coverage. I wanted additional health insurance and additional life insurance because every year you're expecting to get a raise. And I wanted my raise and the money that I was getting to match my benefits, so I increase every year. So let me tell you that in January of 2021, after we had gone through the open enrollment, I'm just like enjoying my life. Like, yeah, I'm about to give me some new coverage. All right. January 2021, I got an email from my company saying, "Hello, Renika Hamilton. We regret to inform you that your insurance increase has been denied." What? What do you mean I've been denied? That was my very first time, like, being denied for anything like that in my life. I am a person who has really done good with my health overall, and I have preferred rates on everything that I do. So when they said they looked into my history and my going back to my doctors and seeing that I had gained all that weight, they was like, "No, ma'am." And they literally said to me, "Yeah, why don't you lose some weight and come back and reapply in 6 months?" Okay, so nobody knew that, but it was so embarrassing to me. Like, I could not believe that actually happened to me. So when that hit me, I knew that was the most powerful thing for me to know and get emotionally attached to why I wanted to lose the weight. Like, that was it for me. And that happened in January 2021. And so After I found this program that I was on and I became a coach, in 6 months, you've heard me say it, I lost 70 pounds. And I was able to dedicate myself to the plan because I was so emotionally attached to why I never want to gain that much weight and get in jeopardy of not getting covered on my health or life insurance just because, I wasn't doing the right thing with my health. Get emotionally attached to your why. That is a great, great tip. You can do this. Once you have your mindset ready and you know exactly what you want to do with your weight loss goals, I have some really good things, some tools that are going to make it easy for you to do this. These are some tips and tools that I share with my clients all the time. And they're going to help you with meal planning, with cooking the right type of foods, like resources for that, doing some healthy movement and all that stuff that comes with your New Year's resolution of being healthy and well. So the first tool that is going to make it easy is called Eatwise. All right. Eatwise is a great, great app that helps you to track and journal as you go along in your weight loss journey, right? So with Eatwise, you will simply set it up, put in the app information, tell it how often you want to eat, when do you want to be reminded on a daily basis, how to eat and when to eat, how many type of notifications you need per day. And then it starts based on when you first wake up and you start to eat your first meal. You just track your first meal of the day, and then your notifications come in after that. It's such an amazing tool. It's going to help you. It's going to keep up with your weight as well. And it's like, that's the favorite tool that I help my clients with when I'm talking about keeping up and journaling your weight, your goals for the day and how much you want to eat. The principle behind the plan that I coach for is we believe in eating 6 times a day, and every 2 to 3 hours. That will help regulate your blood sugar. It makes you feel good. It restores your energy and it gets your body into that mood that it needs to help you lose the weight. And we make it easy by giving you five of the meals that you need per day. The only meal you're responsible for is your lean and green meal. And that is the second tool that I want to tell you about that makes it easy for you to lose weight. So it's Pinterest. And Pinterest is a great place where you can go and find lean and green recipes. They are the best. You could just go up there and look for lean and green meals, and you would be able to find what you need on those meals. And it helps to give you a variety of different things to cook every night. So go on there, search it out. They have like amazing, amazing, beautiful, wonderful recipes that you can use to help you eat and enjoy your meals. The third tip that or app that I want to share with you is one of my new favorite ones. It is called Sweatcoin. Now, this app helps you it pays you for doing healthy movements. You get paid to go walking. You just simply pick up your phone and you walk around with your phone. And the goal is to get to 10,000 steps per day. That is being healthy. That's like some really good movement that, that should equate to at least like 30 minutes of movement in your day. That's really, really good. So what happens is the Sweatcoin app it will follow you throughout your day and kind of make sure that you're doing the walks. And then as you collect the walking, it gives you rewards. And you can sign up free for this I am like partnering with Sweatcoin. And what you can do is use my app here, my link here down at the bottom. And this link will be attached to the end of this playback. So you can come back and look at the description of today and get this link if you need to as well. But it's scrolling out the bottom. You just simply either click on the link or type it as it is displayed here at the bottom of the screen. So basically, that's how it's going to work. And because you are partnering with me and joining under my code, you will be getting additional earnings on the rewards that they give you for walking anyway. So, like I said, it's a free app. You sign up and you walk. And you hit the goal of 10,000. So you're getting incentivized every day to do something healthy for yourself. That's just amazing, right? And that makes it easy to stick to a plan like this, right? So that is something I wanted to share with you all, and it's really really good. So Sweat Coin, thank you so very much for listening to my Make It Easy tips for the weight loss. And before I move on to the next topic, I do want to shout out a couple of my coach friends that are on this live today. And there are some people that they have invited to come and listen to these wonderful tips, because these are really, really good for your weight loss resolution for this year. And if they invited you, I encourage you to follow up with that coach and sign up for our amazing program. It's amazing. You will lose the weight. This program is one of the easiest programs I've ever done in my life, and you can reach your goal. You just have a little work to do with your mindset. The only thing that will hold you back is you. If you follow the steps and do what we ask you to do, that will work. And there are some clients that I have on this on my live today as well, and I'm not sure if Miss Tamaria is on, but she is doing an amazing job. She started this program with me in June. She has listened to everything that I've said to do, and she is down 78 pounds, and she feels so amazing. She wrote a post the other day and was talking about how she now feels so confident to get in front of the camera because she's down 78 pounds. That is just like amazing. I am so very proud of you, Tamaria. That is just awesome. It's so simple, guys. Simple, simple. We will make this plan easy for you. If you are interested in me being your coach and helping you along your journey, all you have to do is look me up on Facebook, Renika Hamilton. My name is right there on the screen. Just type in Renika Hamilton on Facebook and go to my bio. There's a link in my bio where you can fill out a free consultation, and we can talk through your health plans that will give you the trigger for us to partner together, and we're going to crush your health and wellness goals for 2023. Yes. So excited. All right, we're going to move into our second most common resolution that people make, and that is personal growth and development. Now, I equate this to your career, or what do you want to do in your life? What is your purpose? What's your purpose? It's true that if you take some time and you invest in yourself to grow, it works just like the stock market, right? So you would place money on yourself in areas of your life that you want to develop. Whatever it is, that investment has to give you the biggest payoff. That's what it's supposed to be. You are investing, you're taking your money and you're putting it into something that's going to pay off great for you, right? So the investment helps to return more income to you, or makes you a more well-rounded person. It makes you happier. It can lead into better relationships. You can get that mate that you've been looking for your life partner, if you don't already have one, or it can improve your relationship that you already have. You can get a new job. You can get promoted. There's so many things that investing in yourself can pay off for you to increase and better your life overall, right? That's like a no-brainer, right? But sometimes I I think people understand that a lot. You're supposed to spend money on yourself to have this, great, amazing investment that turns into something for you. But a lot of times I wonder, do you all really know why you're making some of the investments that you're making today? I'm serious. Like, seriously, I see people in the way that they spend money, and I'm just like, okay. Um, I wish they knew that if you just took that same money that you just splurged on all of that, like what was the benefit? What happened with that money? Like what gains did you make from splurging like that? When you could have really taken that money and hired you a life coach. Life coaches are amazing. Life coaches will help you reinvent your whole self. They help you look at areas of your life that is going to make you feel so much better. And I happen to know a lot of life coaches. And one of the things I'm going to be doing on my broadcast on Wednesday nights is I'm going to invite people like life coaches, financial people, people that have the expertise in this stuff to help you reach your goals and stuff. We're going to be inviting them to the show. We're going to interview them and ask them, like, have you ask questions and get to learn from people, like what you can do to improve on those things, right? So I think investing in a life coach is a way better uh, investment because you can really work with them on your goals. Because if you're spending your money just to feel better, I know a lot of things that you could do with your in your life that doesn't cost money to make you feel better. There are lots of things, and you know those things. So make sure that you're measuring how you're spending your money and investing in yourself so that you can plant seeds and really invest in what you want to do to make yourself feel better and, just get better overall. Another thing that I think is so very important is working with a therapist on whatever issues that you might have that you haven't healed from childhood. Yeah. This is so very important. A lot of people are walking around with a lot of unhealed trauma, and that could be getting in your way to making the changes that you need for your own personal growth and your development. And this is something that I learned because there are some, like, you have to be aware of your self-aware of your triggers. There are things that can trigger you that happen when you were a child that take you all the way off the course of where you wanted to go with your life or your personal growth and development. And if you don't know what those triggers are and you don't know how to deal with them, then you can be stuck. You can be stuck in getting into your goals and the things that you want to do, and you get frustrated and you just want to give up. So, working with a therapist and understanding what those triggers are and what tools you can use to make those better is a very, very good idea. And I know this firsthand because of my really terrible failed attempts to become an assistant vice president at my job. Okay, that was funny, but not funny for real, because that was like real life. I was dealing with that for a long time. I struggled for 8 years for something that I had planned to do in 2 years. This is my own personal growth and development. And I have over 20 years of leadership experience. And most people who have worked for me or with me or know anything about my leadership would tell you that I'm a very good leader. So naturally, when I go into a space and I'm a leader, like, I'm ready to get my skills pumped up so that I can move on into the next thing. And for the next thing for me, that was becoming an assistant vice president. I wanted to have president attached to my name. Now, I actually got this inspiration by listening to somebody, one of my favorite inspirational people ever. I heard her say this and I was like, oh my God, I can resonate with that. Her name is Cynthia St. Marshall. And Cynthia St. Marshall is the first Black female CEO of a National Basketball Association team, and that's with the Dallas Mavericks. She just wrote a book called You're Chosen too. You've Been Chosen, and it's a really good. I'm going to check that out. But we used to work together. I know Cynthia. I used to work with her at AT&T, and I used to love to hear her speak. She was our national president for the public governance team, and my team had to work with her because I was the head of our employee volunteer network, and we used to put on different programs together. So I used to have to work with her team all the time. And I heard her say this one time. She said, "I want president attached to my name." And it meant so much to me because I understood where she was coming from. I grew up in an area just like she did. We grew up in less fortunate time frames and a lot of setbacks. And when I saw her overcoming these things, it naturally made me want to get inspired to want to overcome my stuff that I've been going through too. Yeah, I want president behind my name. So I totally understood that. And I was on my path. So I started at my job, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna tell everybody I know I want to be an assistant vice president. So I was very vocal about it. I said it out loud. I told everybody I knew I want to be assistant vice president. And then I started going to trainings. I got me a few mentors. I had a lot of mentors. I had sponsors. I don't know if you know what a sponsor is, but a sponsor is somebody that can talk about you at the table of the people that make the decisions for stuff like that. So I got one of those. And then I had taken a lot of training and working on my brand, doing everything. Like I went crazy on this thing, right? And I didn't realize that as I was on this journey, I was presenting as a very desperate person. When you're desperate and you're like even in a relationship like that, if you're coming across so desperate, you're putting people off, and it makes it seem like your internal speech is something like, well, I'm not good enough for this role, so I'm gonna go all out and put out all these bells and whistles and make myself look the best for this role, even though I don't really qualify for it. That's what desperation can look like and feel like to people. And so I didn't realize I was coming across as that desperate. That means that I was lacking the value in myself, and I was trying to prove something to people based on how they saw me and not based on how I was seeing myself. And so it wasn't until I really started my journey on my health and wellness that I started getting connected to my why. And that helped me figure out my value. What are my core values? My core value is to come across as a connector of people and places and things. And I continually work on improvement and help resolve problems. That's what I'm really, really good at. And I want to be in jobs. I want to do those things. That's what my passion and my drive is for life. And that is my value. That is my value. And so me being able to be brought back to my core value just by working on my health and wellness, that was incredibly eye-opening for me. That naturally led me into, I'm not going to let people just talk to me any kind of way or say things about me that don't represent who I am. And I've got to stand up. I've got to understand some things. And another thing that was happening is um, I was triggered as I would share information with people about my goals. And if I see their face looks funny, or they'll say something like, "Oh, you shouldn't say that. You shouldn't be so vocal about saying you want to be assistant vice president," or whatever they would say. It was triggering me. It was triggering me to an event that happened when I was a child years ago. And I had this happen for years in my childhood. So unfortunately, I, um, I had some unhealed trauma from being moved around to different schools because of my skin color. And I was put in some schools that were not predominantly my skin color. And it was very much well known by the teachers and the students there that they didn't want me there. And it wasn't because of who I was, it was because of what I represented. Some things that I couldn't even change about myself. And I just found myself incredibly passionate and just wanting to be a part of their space and just let me show who I am and let me do these things. But no matter what I did, they did not want to get to know who I was or accept me into that space or environment. So I had an amazing mother who really worked hard to get me out of those spaces because it was really, really detrimental to me. But either way, that was unhealed trauma that I had going through that. And when I talked with my wonderful therapist, I think she's on here as well, she helped me understand and connect to why I was looking for validation from other people. And that's just not good. I should be looking for validation within myself. And so now coming all the way back to my weight loss goals and getting on this personal journey to be an officer, that's when it started hitting me that I don't have to prove myself to anybody. I am who I am, and I'm working on my development. I'm proud of the work that I'm doing. I'm going to sit here in my director role, and I'm going to be the best director I can be. That's what I'm going to focus on. And I'm going to grow my skills. I'm going to do everything that I can. And then guess what happened after that, y'all? So I went to work one day as a director, got called into a meeting, and I was told, congratulations, you've been promoted to assistant vice president of vendor management. So I wasn't like, when I really started valuing myself and really turning in to what I do and what I bring and being intentional about what I bring to the world and how I show up in the space for me, that's when I had that breakthrough on my personal growth and development. And now, how do we make it easy for you? What tools do we have for you to do that for yourself? Right here at the bottom of my screen. Now, I'm not partnered with Betterhelp. Not right now. I'm not a sponsored partner, paid sponsorship with them. But BetterHelp is a great resource that you can go to. Just go to www.betterhelp.com, and that will connect you with a therapist if you don't have one. You can look up therapists within your network at your job for the coverages. A lot of people offer therapy for benefits, and it's usually free therapy, which is amazing. Like, you get so many therapy sessions per year. Man, I promise you, it will change your life. Please be open to working with a therapist. And if you have worked with one before and it didn't quite work out, check out betterhelp.com and look for a therapist that's best for you and what your goals are to help you on your personal journey. And like I said, stay tuned for this channel. Stay tuned for more content from me. I will definitely have some some life coaches on here that can partner with you on making your life much better and getting you on a better path. All right, y'all, finally getting into that third and final most common resolution, and that's all about saving money. So saving money can be very, very challenging. I know that, especially when you just have money that you just feel like is always going out the door. Every time you get money, something else comes up and you just have to keep giving out money, 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 money. It's always something. You can always find something to do with your money, right? Well, I have 6 very helpful tips, and of course, and make it easy tip that you can do to help you get started on saving money for this year. Does that sound good to everybody? I'm glad to hear that. Yes, yes, yes. The first tip I have for you is make a budget and stick to it. Now, I know a lot of times we start the year off. Like, I don't know if you actually have budgets and things that you are um, making for the year. I am super proud of you. I am so proud because making a budget is really hard. That's like been a really hard thing for me. But when I make a budget and I stick to it, especially because I have a broke best friend that lives with me, she is my child, and she likes to spend my money too. So when I have a budget, to cut back on my spending, it really does help me in accomplishing things and having the money and the backing for things that might come up that I need my money for. It helps you to really only spend money on the things that are important to you. So having that budget and having the discipline and stick behind the budget is good. How do we have discipline, people? You have discipline by focusing on why you want to do things. Always remember that. Why? Why do I want to do this? That being emotionally connected to your why is really going to help you. I've always said the key to mindset change is to emotionally connect to your why. And that will help you with all of your goals. So if saving money is your goal this year, think about why you want to do that. Really get deep with yourself on that. Emotionally connect to that. And then make that budget and stick to it. All right. The next tip that I have, the second tip that I have on your on the money here is, I lost my place, y'all. Sorry. Oh, cut back on unnecessary expenses. Look at your spending habits and see where is it that you can cut back on anything that's not unnecessary or not necessary. This reminds me of what we just said about the personal growth and development, like spending your money, how you invest in yourself and how you spend your money. This is exactly it. If it's not necessary to spend the money on that thing, don't do it. This will help you save money and make sure that you have money to do the things that you want to do in your life. Like, it takes money to do the things that you want to do in your life. So let's make sure we're cutting back on anything that's not really necessary. And this can include things like entertainment. Don't get me. I know, I'm sorry. Eating out. Don't get me. Don't get me. But if you look for ways to avoid that and cook at home, like I just gave you that easy tip on looking up some lean and green recipes, like that's a good way to save some money, not spend too much. Because like if you go out to eat these days, just yourself alone, you could spend easily $30 or $40 just on your plate alone. Look what you could do with $30 in the grocery store, or eating healthy, or getting one of those lean and green meals. It's so much better. You could literally pay for your food, or feed yourself for a few days on $30 versus that one time. So make sure you're doing that. The third tip that I have for you is to check out discounts. Make sure that you are checking on your discounts. And a lot of times our jobs will give us that as a benefit. You can sign up for discounts and coupons at your job. Now, I'm not a big coupon person. We might have some people watching here today that are great in coupons. If that's you, great. Put it in the chat. Tell us how to do coupon savings. I'm not that person. I would love to have you on the show to talk about how to do that more effectively. But if you're just like me, make sure you're at least using some type of discount for the things that you want to do, or the items that you want to buy, the products that you want to buy. Look for a special discount. You can literally Google discounts and coupons for the things that you need and want every day. So let's do that. The fourth tip for saving money is, I'm sorry, that was oh, sorry, y'all. I lost my place. The third tip was discounts. The fourth tip is taking advantage of the discounts. Sorry, y'all. The fifth tip on saving money is to invest. No, the fourth tip, sorry, is to save money. To make sure you're putting money away. Like, for instance, I am a person that works with Edward Jones. I have a personal financial person, and you can afford to get a personal financial person, because all they're doing is taking your budget, how much money you make. It doesn't matter if you make $10,000 a year or $100,000 a year. This person you can hire a financial advisor who will take your money, and especially one at Edward Jones. I like them. You can literally set an amount that you want to send to them every week, every paycheck, however often you want to do it. You set it up, they'll take it, draft it from your account, and then they put it in the stock market for you. They help you build wealth on your money. And it's an easy way to save money. Like one of their main principles is to make sure that you're saving at least 6 months of income in case something happens. Like if you lose a job or you get sick or something like that, they'll set that up for you. So do that, y'all. Go ahead and hire you a financial advisor. That's my fourth tip. Make sure that you are putting money aside. The fifth tip is to invest your money. Okay. Investing your money can help you reach your financial goals way faster and easier in the long run. And you already know what's coming up. I have something that will make it easy for you to do this. I have partnered with one of my favorite money saving and investment apps, and that is called Acorns. I have a special link, and the link was too long to put on display right here, but it's going to be available right after this call, right after this live. You'll see it in the description. Click my link and sign up for an Acorns account. You're going to really enjoy it. Plus, you can also partner with them, and they will help you get up to $700 for referring your family and friends to this. So this is a great way. This app, it pretty much allows you to set up a weekly. You can put as little as $5 a week into this thing, and it has a robo, like an AI software that will invest the money for you and grow your money. So you're just setting it and forgetting it. You see how I just made it easy for you to do that? That's such an easy thing to do. And so you do $5 a week, you could do $25 a week, whatever it is, whatever you can afford to do, set it and forget it, and watch your money grow in that app. It's one of the most amazing. I've forgotten I had that for a long time, and I got some money in there. I'm like, oh shoot, that's nice. So set that up. And then another unique thing that I love with the Acorns app is you have the opportunity to set up your credit card or your debit card. So whatever you spend at the grocery store, however you're spending, the Acorns will follow your credit card transactions, and it will round up whatever you had to the nearest dollar and take that change, put it in your Acorns account, and help you grow even more. Isn't that such an easy solution to do? Acorns, guys, sign up for it. Like, that's just an amazing thing. All right, and then the sixth and final tip about saving money tonight that I want to share with you is to pay off your debts. Okay, when you pay off any of your outstanding debts, it helps you save money in the long term. If you pay a little bit of extra amount on top of what you owe in your debt, do you know that can help you decrease the interest that you owe, and it helps you pay off your debt even sooner? And then you have more money in your pocket to do the things that you want to do and have more money at your disposal. Once you have a little bit of discipline around doing that, it will really help you get out of debt so much quicker. And we all want to get out of debt, right? We all want to get out of debt. So those were just a few of my tips to help you get started in saving money. And with a little bit of planning and a lot of discipline, you can start to save and reach your financial goals. And that's what we want at the end of the day, right? Yes. We want to be financially well in everything that we do. Wow, y'all. We have finally reached the end of my live stream today, and I want to thank each and every one of you for hanging in here with me today and listening to how I make it easy for you and for myself and for anybody who's might be inspired by these easy tips to stick to your 2023 goals. If you found that this content was helpful in any way or inspired you, or I said even one thing, just one thing that was like, yeah, that was actually, I never thought about that. Please help me by subscribing to my YouTube channel, liking my content, sharing this content. Help me get out there to the masses so that more people can be inspired and hear all of these things that I have to offer to the world. And I'm looking forward to you all joining me next Wednesday. I have a very special guest. I don't know if she's here online with me tonight, but I know she was going to join. But on January 11th, I'm so pleased to be talking with one of my really good friends and professional financial advisor, I think is what we call her, a representative. She's going to be teaching us how to use insurance as a means to have another stream of income. Because, guys, I know you've heard that one of the most successful ways to improve your health is to have seven streams of income. And I'm going to talk to you about how I have been working on getting up to seven. I'm not at quite seven yet, but there are some unique things I'm going to share with you about seven streams of income that might work for you. Some things that I have in my plan to work for me to bring in that income, and why it's important for everybody to have seven streams of income for their financial wealth. And I know you might think seven, that's a lot, but it's really not. Once you start hearing some of these things that I have to share and something from a financial professional who's going to be on here with me, sharing this information with you, is going to make so much sense. So join me next Wednesday at 8 p.m. as we talk about that. And I thank you so very much for joining me live today. I hope you enjoyed it. I did so much to make this a very good content driven thing tonight, live streaming. So I know I have a lot of ways to go. It's my first time putting on something like this, but I'm very, like, I'm so committed to doing this, doing it right, and having fun with it and engaging so many people. I thank you so very much for joining me again. I am Renika Hamilton. I love you all so very much, and I hope you have a very, very wonderful night. Thank you again for joining. Bye, everyone.